Hey, this is Andreas with Pocketables.com. This right here is the Sony Ericsson MBS-200 Bluetooth speaker. It's originally designed as a Sony Ericsson accessory, but Bluetooth is Bluetooth, so as long as your device supports A to DP and AV-RCP Bluetooth profiles, which are Bluetooth streaming audio and Bluetooth remote control profile, you're basically just ready to go. Right now I have it connected to my iPad 2 in the background here, but first off, let's go through the hardware. As you can see, it's basically shaped like a ball. The first version, the MBS-100 or something like that, was nicknamed the meteor because it had a sort of like, it looked like a meteor with a sort of holes all around it to improve sound or something, but this time they went with a more stylish, more neutral design. So on the bottom here you have the Bluetooth connection button and the on-off button. Once you have it paired once, you can just turn the speaker on and off and the device will see it automatically. Underneath here we have the charging port, which is a standard Sony Ericsson proprietary connector, which looks like this. It just goes in here and locks into place. I'm starting to get quite a few of these chargers because I have some Sony Ericsson Bluetooth headsets which I use for my PS3. Ironically, I don't have a Sony Ericsson phone anymore, but you need to have their chargers anyways. I think they should have gone with USB, but you know how these companies are. Right here you have the audio input and audio output 3.5mm jacks. The input is of course to connect any audio source via cable, and the output is a line out signal for connecting speakers. And it's very important to point out that this is line out, it's not headphone out, so don't connect headphones to this port and expect good quality audio, because that's not going to happen. You need a headphone amplifier in between, or connected to a stereo system, PC speaker, something like that. That will work fine. The sound quality is actually quite good when you connect it through this hole, as long as you don't connect it straight to headphones or something like that. Also, I can point out that if you buy the speaker set called the MBS-400, that comes with this device, and it also comes with sort of like a slave unit that looks pretty much the same, but it connects via cable to this port right here. So you basically get a stereo system instead. So yeah, that's the underside. As you can see, it's sort of hidden beneath the ball itself, so cables go out in the end right here. You need to have some small connectors to fit in here, but other than that everything is hidden, which is very nice if you want to keep this constantly connected to a charger, so you can basically just put it on a shelf and have the cables sort of disappear behind it. On the back side you have the volume buttons, which are pretty self-explanatory. And then on the front is the speaker grill with a speaker behind it naturally. And on top you have an OLED display. It's sort of hidden underneath the plastic, so it looks like it's one flush unit, but there's a display and some semi-translucent plastic on top. This display is supposed to display what track you're playing, but that requires you to connect it to, I'm guessing, a Sony Ericsson phone or some other phone that supports that output, and the iPad doesn't. But yeah, if you have one such device, it's going to show the song info and stuff like that. Otherwise it's going to show whether it's not is connected, If you connect something to the line out, it's going to show that it's playing through the stereo. It's going to show the battery meter, if it's charging, some sort of indication whether or not you're trying to pair the device, stuff like that. Basically, they traded away the blinking lights that you find on pretty much any Bluetooth device these days, where you have to interpret various colored blinks for meaning that it's broken or wants food or just feels lonely. So yeah, that's basically the outside of the device. You can see that it's not huge, but it's very round, so it's not something you slide into your bag. Unlike this speaker right here, this isn't a Bluetooth speaker. It does have an integrated MP3 player, but that's sort of useless when you're connecting to a tablet. As you can see, this one runs on batteries. This one is rechargeable. The reason I'm bringing this one up is that price-wise they're pretty much the same. Sound quality-wise, pretty much the same. This one is a bit louder than this one. So, but this one is much easier to carry around with you because instead of having a round thing for stability, it has this sort of stand. That's not the right one. Instead, so this isn't for. They say it's a portable speaker, but it's not something you slide into a laptop bag in any case. So that's it for the hardware of the device. It's actually connected to my iPad right now. Hopefully I found a music track that won't be caught in YouTube's anti-piracy filter. So let's just go ahead and click play. Let's crank it up to the max. It's playing very loud at the max setting, but it also gets easily distorted, so you won't have any trouble filling a normal sized room with this sound as long as people shut the fuck up. But at the same time, you don't have much bass, which is sort of typical for this kind of speaker. I mean, it's not a stereo system. I mean, it's a portable speaker that has a rechargeable battery and a Bluetooth receiver. So this isn't something you switch out for your home stereo or surround system or anything like that. This is something you bring along to a picnic, or I don't know, your boat, your cabin in the woods, something like that. Let's see if I can crank it up. So yeah, that's the sound quality. I think you should be able to hear at least somewhat what it sounds like, even though this is of course a video of a speaker, so it's not really a real life representation. But overall, I think what makes this unit good is the price. You can get it as low as, well, I'm going to go deeper into pricing and stuff like that in the main review, but it's a nice unit, pretty cheap and has a lot of potential, but it's not the most portable thing out there. So yeah, make sure to check out the full review at nothingbuttablets.com, and thank you for watching.